Everyone. Thank you so much for signing on with me this morning. I am super excited that I'm going to be sharing with you 3 of the habits of transformation leadership. The first one is lead from the future, we act in the now. Secondly, we take responsibility, we play above the line. And third, we seek growth, we embrace obstacles as the way. I'm actually really super excited about this because I want to work on it for my own personal growth. So I'm pretty cool about this. But anyway, everything that I'm bringing to you is available to you to review again on the Coach app. So you love for you to take notes, but you can also get it out there. In fact, there's some lovely handouts that you can use for journaling to help you to really hone this as your own. So, our first habit of transformation leadership is leading from the future and acting in the now. And that speaks of our ability to create our future in all aspects of our lives. It's really essential to capture our future in our minds as our focus, to really see it as a reality. If not, we will see no reason to alter our actions or our behaviors. As I was reading this, I kind of thought of it as if I was standing on a hill and looking out over the ocean. I love the ocean. So as I'm looking out over the ocean, I can hear the water. I can feel the sand between my toes. I can smell it. I can feel the sun on my face, and it's real. So the same thing for us, using that illustration. Stand in your future, see yourself there, look at where you are, look around you, and see where are your pathways to your destination? Where are they located? What actions do you need to take now to shape your destiny, your vision for tomorrow? So we really need to align ourselves with our future self. In our Optavia journey, think about where you want to be a year from now, 5 years from now. Where do you want to be? Paint the picture of your future, of your best life. What does it look like? What does it feel like? Who do you want to share it with? Who do you want right there with you? And how is that going to affect their lives? What rewards are you going to see? And just get a really good full picture of the future in your mind. And journaling is an excellent way to do it, as well as vision boards. I kind of really love vision boards, but get that big picture in your mind. When you have a powerful vision of the future that you want to create, and notice I use the word create because you have to make it happen. It's not going to just happen. So this way we can alter our perspective. And this is going to allow our actions as if the future that we're envisioning is already here. It's a done deal. So now as your future self, reflect on the present. If things are not going the way you want them to go right now, what have you stopped doing? Because remember, you're creating. What have you stopped doing? What have you started doing? And what are you going to continue to do more of to become the person you already are in the future? Because remember, you're seeing yourself there. So now let's talk about something else. Let's talk about habit number 2. We take responsibility, we play above the line. We've talked about this so many times in our life, but basically we are acknowledging that we are in control of our journeys, personally with our health, our finances, and for this conversation, our Optavia businesses. We have power. We do. That's real. To shape our tomorrow, to create a life of greater momentum and potentially financial freedom. We lead our personal businesses, our transformation. And notice I say we lead. They don't lead us, we lead. I love the line as leaders. It says there's a fine line between ordinary and extraordinary. We all want to be extraordinary, right? I saw in a video presentation these words and they stood out to me. Radical responsibility, extreme ownership, absolute accountability. Remember that line, think of that line. Above the line is ownership, action, and reality. Below the line, we're just going to find excuses. We're going to blame everybody, including ourselves. We're going to feel, oh me, oh my Lord, I'm helpless. That's below the line. Our culture really is to blame everyone. We also have that problem with the ego. We have doubt in our heads. We feel like we can't do anything. Got that monkey on our shoulders, constantly telling us that we're not going to succeed. It criticizes us, it blames us, it shames us to the point that we get helpless and pitiful. As an Optimvia leader, though, you realize that things just happen. They just happen. And not the interpretation of what you think happened, but things sometimes just happen. So you also realize that it happened because something was missing. Now, if it wasn't missing, the thing wouldn't have happened, right? So it's important to figure out where do we go from here? What do we need to do? So we make a shift. We analyze our perspective, and then we, that word again, create what we want, rather than focus our energy on what we don't want. Classic example. I heard this in one of our celebration calls, and I hope they don't mind me calling them out. But Chris and Katie, they missed the mark of a rank by just a few dollars. And I'm sure for a minute they must have wallowed a little bit below because that would have been hurtful. But they saw the problem, they analyzed it, and they saw what was missing, what action was missing, and then they made the shift. And the next month they ranked up. So that's what we need to do. That's above the line thinking. Okay, it's exhausting below the line, and as our business grows, there is more volume, so definitely more challenges. Just expect it. It's unavoidable. No one is perfect. At least last I heard. I mean, maybe me. No, nobody is perfect. Okay, so be aware of that. Learn from it. Recognize when you're below the line, because we are all going to fall down there. Okay, but remember to stop, challenge, and then choose. Ask yourself, what happened? What's missing? What do I need to do next? And listen to your body. Below the line feeling, it just doesn't feel good. Recognize that sometimes we'll all fall below again, but recognize what it is. Just own it and use it as an opportunity to analyze and to grow up. And in this instance, I don't mean grow up like get older. I mean grow up above the line. You are one powerful person. We all are. And you've done harder things than this. You can be curious. Think about ways that you could have responded differently. You could have showed up as a leader better. And then be open to find a way to handle it. Bottom line is, rise above the circumstances and do what you can to do what? Move forward. Shift, move forward. Now let's talk about habit number 3. We seek growth. We embrace the obstacles as the way. As Optavia leaders, we are continually progressing in our journeys. So find the opportunity and see the gift in the obstacle. Henry Ford stated, obstacles are those frightful things that you see when you take your eyes off your goal. So what do we learn from that? Hello, stay focused. It's really true. If you're really growing, moving forward in whatever our goals are, whether that's our health, our businesses, creating a loving, peaceful family within our community, with our friends, our neighbors, recognize the obstacles. They're going to happen. Embrace them. Obstacles are really the key. Optavia leaders, and you notice I keep saying that, Optavia leaders, yeah, we are coaches, we are leaders. So Optavia leaders change their perspective to see that, to see how they can use the opportunities to create their future. Use these obstacles to get where you want to go. Do not allow them, check that word, allow them. Remember, you are in control. You have the power, no one else, to derail you. So do not allow them to derail you. We all have the power to control our actions and our thoughts. So, to close, we all want to succeed. And we want this for ourselves. We want this for our family, for our friends, for our neighbors, for our communities. We want success, right? So let's analyze that word, success, Success. I'm a terrible speller, but I wrote that down, so I know that's right. Okay, S is see your goal. U is understand the obstacles is the way. That's the key. C, create a positive mental picture. See your future, acting in the now. C, clear your mind of doubt. Take responsibility. E, embrace the challenge. Stop, challenge, and choose a direction that supports your dreams, your goals, the direction you want to go in. S, stay on track. Obstacles do not derail us as leaders, and that is what we are as coaches. They lead the way. It is the key. And the final S is show the world and prove to yourself too that you can do this and more. So on top of all of this, I want to add one thing that's important to me, and that's prayer. It's vital in my book. But prayer without action is mute. It'll get you absolutely nowhere. So that's all I have for you this morning. Again, thank you so much for signing on with me. I hope I added value. And this is almost the end of Decision. So I appreciate that you're here with me. Have a happy Thursday. Slay it. You got this. Done, James.